Hello. Welcome. My name is Imogen, and this is Twitch, and I'm streaming, and that's what happens. Uh, Poetry, but collage poetry, art. That's what's happening today. Um, and I'm like listening to music, which is something I don't normally do on stream, and it's like mildly distracting. But I think it might be kind of cool because I like listening to jazz and stuff. Hello, broken pH meter. Welcome. Uh, Today is slightly different from the stream that I did yesterday. Uh, because on Thursday nights I do streams where I make collages, and I do cutout poetry. That screen is black, and I should fix that. Um, I like cut out words and pictures from magazines, and I collage them together, and it turns into uh, poetry and stuff. Like looks kind of like this most of the time, or like this. So that's what I'm doing today. Making a collage, digging through magazines. Hopefully it turns into something resembling poetry is the plan for today. And this happens in a process that I would say is very collaborative. Um it's pretty I'm a study in a bit. Can I just vibe in chat? Yeah, absolutely. Um and a lot of this is like me flipping through magazines and stuff, looking for any stuff that like sticks out to me as interesting. So on these streams, anyone who's watching, if there's a word or a picture that sticks out as interesting, uh, then let me know, and that can be potentially. I can't make any promises. It's art, but it can potentially be added to the collage or to the list of ideas of things to go on the collage. Um, and I should start by picking some magazine, something to cut up. So I'll just get something, not a National Geographic, I think. What is this? That's fashion. That's Amazon. I don't want to do Amazon. But yeah, that's the idea. Sunset, old magazines, this one. I'm gonna start with this magazine. Vegas magazine, modern luxury. So yeah, I don't know. This is like stained. It like got water damaged on it. But yeah. See, I've cut this woman's face off already. This is a magazine I've used. And I don't know what kind of vibe I'm going for with this particular collage on this particular day. I just got off a very long Discord call with a friend that was like rather a whimsical time, and we were just kind of making we were stimming like for at least an hour straight, just basically making noises at each other. So maybe I'll do a collage that in some way is less serious. Maybe I won't, because that's always possible too. I like this guy here. Not particularly whimsical in any way, but he's got like a light going on. What's up? Hope you're well. Good luck on your stream. I'll be lurking. Hello, EJ. And welcome in. Thanks for hanging out and lurking. I'm just gonna cut this guy out because I think he would be really cool in a collage. He's like holding a light, and that just feels kind of poetic, I guess. I don't know. Still have no idea what I'm going for. So it's just whatever sticks out to me, whatever's interesting, whatever chat finds compelling. Uh, yeah, collage. I think I'm probably gonna have to take the music out of my ears. I wanted to try to stream while listening to music today in my own ears because uh I like need to be listening to a lot of jazz music right now to get ready for like a performance for a gig. But if it stops me from being able to focus and like comprehend being able to stream, then it just doesn't really work. So no music it is. Um, Maybe we can have him hold the light up to the topics of the poem. Yeah. Um, he certainly can illuminate something with his light. Um, just this guy in a relatively desolate sort of land. I think it said that was Death Valley. Um, a lot of this is not incredibly interesting collage material. This person's got a cool fit on though. Um, am I weird for thinking that patience tattoo would be is a cool clip? Oh, the Post Malone patience eye tattoo. Maybe. I do. I do like that. I don't know if I should. I mean, it's always good to cut out more, right? You can like cut out this whole section, right, with the whole eye and some of the other tattoos. And if one truly just wants the patience tattoo, you can always cut down to it later, right? But I think I prefer to take off the whole thing. It's kind of funny with like the light. You can like see her face on the back coming through this. That isn't really relevant on an actual collage, but that's quite funny. Yeah, Post Malone's face. It is kind of cool. It is. How high can I get this thing up is the question. And can I not have so much glare on the paper? Would be nice. Now we can see a little better. Yeah, patience. That's good. I like the idea of patience. That's something I feel like is just a theme that's been on my mind lately in my life. I'm finding myself getting like more patient, or just maybe more inclined to be patient. I really enjoy things going slowly and not rushing through anything really. Seafood. What about it? There is seafood. It looks quite good. I mean, I'm not a huge seafood person, but it's probably good, right? I feel like I don't always use food in my stuff a lot. We have an illuminating light, an eye with patience, maybe the word seafood for wordplay. I think you're gonna have to walk me through that one. Oh, I mean, you have like sea, right? Like C and C. That's an interesting little wordplay that you have going on. This does in fact say seafood. I like that. That's sort of clever. We don't have to use it, yeah, but we can at least cut it out, and then it is and then it's there, right? Oh, there's a big seafood here. That's very large. But it could still work. I actually really like the background on this one, like this sort of marble thing going on. Usually the big, like the really massive titles are like a bit hard to use, right? Because they're just so big that like sometimes putting an entire like this really like dominates uh, the collage, but it could work, right? Um, there's we could directly lift this magazine's pun of seize the day, which is genuinely horrible. Uh, but I don't know. I mean, if we're going in the sea direction, the seeing the sea, it might be nice. Like there is a connection here for sure. Um, in which case we very well may come back to the actual seafood pictures if we want them. You could fragment it and cast the bits throughout the collage if so desired. Yeah, the seas and the and the day. The day is also just maybe a useful sort of line of text to have, right? Um, we actually have access to the word seafood again in this header. Um, it says it like multiple times. I wish my hair was as nice as yours, by the way. I appreciate that. I I have thoughts on hair, and really just that like it's a whole like journey to like take care of one's hair. I think it really takes like a lot of time and a lot of intention and like messing around with it. Cause I used to really do like nothing um with my hair. Like I would sort of just shampoo it and didn't really think beyond that. And then once I started messing around with like different things, particularly, I mean, my hair care routine involves no shampoo. I haven't used shampoo in at least at least a year. I think it's been more than that. I think it's been like a year and a half since I've put shampoo on my hair. And that's because I realized that just using conditioner works really well for me. And it's very dry where I live, and my hair is very uh, thin. So if I use, too much, if I use basically anything other than conditioner, it dries it out. Um, I agree, and that's why I don't do it. I mean, that's fair, right? I sort of treated it like a science experiment, Um, like we have diving in here. We're really leaning into this sea sort of theme. Um, yeah, for me, my hair was like a science experiment where I'm like, oh, what thing can I change today? Can I like experiment with how drying my hair, affects it differently? Can I try a different amount of conditioner or, uh, you know, etc., etc. Uh, and eventually, I think I've figured out a pretty decent hair care routine. I mean, people tell me my hair looks nice a lot, uh, and I put in work for it, so I guess that's good. I really hate these like luxury magazines. Like it's just so I don't know. Like I don't know if there's people who actually like read stuff like this. I don't know if anyone actually reads magazines at all anymore, but I don't know. All these like jewelries and watches and it's just it's just kind of a lot. I don't I just feel like I'm cutting out words that relate in some way to the sea or to seeing, and I really don't know if that's gonna take us in a useful poetic direction. But we do have seas and sands and diving in, and we have seafood. So indulgent and decadent. Yeah. I think both of those things, right? This sort of decadence and certainly like the food kind of indulgence, the wealth, the excess, the consumer kind of capitalist whatever, right? It's not really my thing. So, yeah. And this is like where I live, this magazine is uh, you know, Vegas luxury. So this is all just like nearby. Which is, I don't know, maybe additionally troubling. Some of the clothes, like, that's some very beautiful clothing going on, and I think I've cut multiple things out of this particular section of this particular magazine. Um, oh, I've been there. I got kicked out of a casino there. I feel like that's good. That's a good thing to be doing in Vegas. Getting kicked out of a casino. I was thinking more of using eyes as visual symbols to focus on whatever we want to make it about. Yeah, we could do like an eye thing. Certainly could find close-ups of people's faces in, right, basically all over. Particularly like some of the fashion stuff sometimes brings you like very close to the face. I already took this woman's face though. But we could definitely get like more eyes. I do like that idea. Calm waters. I don't know what this is gonna do poetically, but it's funny that this is Vegas and it's like the desert and there's all this water stuff that we're getting from it. But maybe this turns into something interesting. I'm not sure. Jeez, this magazine is truly shredded at some spots. I'm gonna grab a different one. Something that would have people. What is this? Fashion. Fashion has people because people have to wear the clothes. Right? Like she's got eyes. I don't know. Maybe I should just start cutting people's eyes out and just, I don't even know if they need to have particularly interesting eyes, but it's a direction. I love eyes as imagery. I've used eyes in collages before. It's really terrifying when you just kind of cut it out like that and it's sitting there. Where do you get all these magazines? That's a great question. Oftentimes libraries will sell old magazines, and I have a library around the corner. They'll sell old magazines in like library, if they have like a library bookstore. And you can get like a ton of magazines for very inexpensive. Sometimes you can just find them places. I guess that's very vague. A bunch of the National Geographics, a bunch of these magazines came from like, there was some artist who was like auctioning off a bunch of their art stuff, and my mom was actually like buying some specific things that they were selling, and then they had a bunch of magazines too because they were doing collage stuff, and my mom got the magazines, and now I use those. None of these are like really ultra close-ups. I want bigger eyes. I feel like eyes are best when they're a little bit larger. And most of this magazine is like full body because it's like clothes, not so much jewelry. A big one for the background? Yeah. It'd be cool if we could find like a full page sized eye. I feel like, and then like, I don't know if this guy with his light was like in the eye or something. Maybe there's a direction to go with that artistically. I wonder if like National Geographic is the place to go for that. Not a big eye, just a big image. Yeah. Either way, we do need a big image for the background. There's always the option as well of starting on a white background, though I generally prefer having the background be some image. Eyes. um, I have no idea where this is going. Ocean, eyes, light, seafood. Unsure. Or a big anything. Yeah, it could be a big anything. It could be this dog food ad, but I don't think I would want it to be that. Eye of a hurricane. That's kind of clever with the oceans. I don't know if we're just doing eye wordplay. That just seems really stupid, but I'm here for it, you know. Like it feels very silly, but sometimes silly things. Where are my scissors? Run wild? Yeah, maybe. It's a good words. Where are my scissors? I can just use the knife. It's fine. Oh, I can use the ruler. Where's my ruler? Where is my ruler? I'll be back. It's over here. Here it is. Got my ruler. Don't know where my scissors are. I'm sort of interested in this hurricane. Like, it could definitely be a square poem that is this on the background. It might be cool. I have no idea. Have to try it to see. Cut this edge relatively straight. Boom. There's something going on here, right? There is something. Oh, and I will grab Run Wild in a second. Like, guy, light. I don't think there is anything going on. Run Wild. It's possible. Space. What could I do with a hurricane? What could one do? Is this the guy on Ancient Aliens sometimes? I don't know if y'all have ever watched that horrible piece of media, Ancient Aliens. I think this is the guy who goes on there and talks about how the pyramids are made by aliens. I could be wrong though. He could just be a normal guy. That's a cool picture. Old black and white photo. Lol, Post Malone's Patient Eye in the Eye of the Hurricane. Dude. One might want to cut it down more. It's always hard putting stuff on top of other stuff with like drastically different colors, and you have like the border of where you cut. It could be poking through underneath. That could be interesting. Like through a window kind of deal. I have no idea. I genuinely have no clue where this is going. And that's fine. Look at that beautiful picture of that tree. It's on a field of like blue flowers. That's gorgeous. It's a pretty picture, right? Oh, we got this guy's eyes again. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Her, light. What a great picture. I love collage. Other people like do the beautiful artistic things, and then I just get to like arrange them. uh, wow, what a picture. Um, has absolutely nothing to do with anything we've sort of done so far. Ow. This is really hard to cut. Cut. Okay. This is more fun than I expected it to be. Right. Yeah, I honestly I like streamed this for the first time like a couple weeks ago doing the collage stuff, and I thought it was just kind of gonna be like me doing collage, and then everyone in chat like really quickly started like interacting and being like, "Oh, put these words together this way, use this image, this picture, this whatever." And it seems like people really like it. So I'm quite happy that this is something I'm doing. Maybe I don't know if I should make the title of the stream like collage with me or something, as to really outwardly show that it's sort of collaborative, and I think people catch on though. I'm not sure. I think probably a little too hard about the titles of my streams and stuff like that. We got like Cro-Magnon men happening. It's probably like, wow. Dude, I just love the National Geographics. Even if I don't end up with a collage, it's always rewarding to go through and just like see pretty pictures. We had like Run Wilds, and there's Wild Heart here. And this takes us in a very different direction than all the other things we had. Like I feel like there's like two themes go. That's so pretty, man. These are like genuinely stunning. Wow, those are rocks, like lava rocks. That's so cool. Got a moose. What is that? Is that a water reflecting the sky? That's so cool. On one hand, on one hand, this is fun. I think you meant fun. On another one, it hurts. It hurts a part of me to see these cut up. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I have very little sense of like the sanctity of objects. I do a similar thing with my friends with Magic the Gathering cards, where like I have this way that we play where we like cut them up and glue them back together into like Frankenstein's Magic the Gathering cards, and people really don't like that one because like the cards have like value, right? Like the cards are like you can sell them for money or whatever. But you know, it's like if this object is mine and I want to play with it in a certain way, right, then I'm going to do it because it's mine. And like owning something, I mean, this is like a sort of, not a precise definition of ownership, but it's a definition that I've heard, is that owning something is like the ability to, like destroy it, right, whenever you want to, which is, not a very precise definition. I think it's quite inaccurate. And I don't really like ownership. I don't like the idea of having things. So I think there's something cathartic about taking the things that are like arguably mine and absolutely destroying them, right? Well, I'd love to see you do it with a graded card as a statement. Yeah, I mean, it what's with all the water? Okay, we got ebb and flow here. We got the boat. Yeah, then I would have to like get a graded card though, and that just seems, making statements is maybe also not entirely my jam. I just do things because they're fun. If someone gave me a graded card, so, crack this and add it to the cube, I probably would. these pictures, some of these pictures are just so gorgeous. The way the green, I don't know how well it shows on stream all the time, but like the way the green is like popping off of this. Oh, yeah, Lure of the Lost. Where was it? It was Lure of the Lost City, right? But just like Lure of the Lost is really interesting, right? Um, I feel like this is sort of like thematically similar to the one on last stream where we were where the poem was sort of about going out into the world and this sort of running wild. This Lure of the Lost I think is sort of similar, but I'm not you know entirely opposed. There's even Explorer here. I mean, maybe it's just that Nat Geo, like, is the kind of magazine that has a lot of these words that are very, going places, doing things, the unknown, someplace you haven't heard of, right? O. Get the big O. It's unfortunately scored by this one. I cut through the page, so it's not really attached, sadly. If there's another big O, we'll grab it. uh, Archaeology from above. Oof. Oh, okay. Oh, how the O has been destroyed. Makings of a myth. That's interesting. At least like making or makings, right? These are words. These are words that might go together. Ugh. It's not all the way. Please come off. Man, it is so hot in my room. It's like 80 degrees inside right now. And it's really, really deeply unpleasant. And I'm just not super stoked about this. I like likely untouched scents. Any of those words in any order. EJ will finish before you, sure. And then I will jump in. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's a dog. That's actually a wolf. Duh. Duh. Why is it the sea again? We can't escape this today. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. I feel like one of these like big actually like ocean kind of, I don't want wolves in this collage, I think. Um, but this like big ocean page could be a sort of interesting background potentially. Um, I guess like there's this like wild heart thing going on. These wolves kind of, you know what? Maybe we'll do wolves. I don't really like wolves for like a lot of the just like general imagery that's like associated with them of like the lone wolf um like you know alpha male, like this whole like modern trend. But uh I think they're kind of funny, and I, I, it kind of works with what we have, and I'm really open for anything today. I'm not trying to make any like too serious art. Um, at least I don't feel like I have the capacity to be truly, intelligent with anything that I'm making today. I'm just kind of tired. I played saxophone for like an hour and a half today, and I was working on my poetry workshop that I'm teaching soon. So Sigma grind mindset. Yeah. We're gonna make the most. Dude, these wolves. Look at that guy. That's a. He's an alpha. He's. He's such a. Like he's like tearing into that thing. Man, I wish I could be that much of an alpha. um, this guy's also very like, kind of beautiful and regal. Um, I don't know. Why does that guy have a feather on his face? That's really funny. Maybe he just thought it looked cool. Um, why is it just stuck? That's really fun. These guys are so cute. They're so cute though. That's what I was trying to say. Um, oh wow. Wow. These guys are for oh, oh, maybe that's the one. Oh, the wolf staring out over the sea. I can't make that shit up, you know? Like I feel like it's something you would see on like an inspirational alpha male like you know, looks maxing page tweet or something. I don't know where these people hang out. Reddit post. Um these photos are proof that the cameraman never dies. Yeah. With this guy here, right? Like um we went from poetry to Facebook meme speak. I feel like I have a way of talking about online internet stuff a lot, and maybe it's just because I'm on Twitch and I'm a 21-year-old who is on the internet. But I feel like one can't be too serious about art and poetry, and I think it really is boring and annoying to be all like hoity-toity, right? About like, oh, this art is so serious and elevated, and I don't know, that's all. Those things all signal sorts of like gatekeeping to me. And if we can like talk about poetry and imagery and like genuine artistic conversations in the same breath as 6-7 or whatever, like, and I mean that's dead by now, so I feel like it's old and gone. But I think that's better, right? If we're able to do stuff like that, because uh yeah, it's just better. um this is our background. Our background is definitely this wolf on this hill. A wild heart diving in to a new myth, the ebb and flow, floating, untouched instincts. That's kind of where it's going, Uh, a lot of these are very untouched instincts run wild. Ah. I think that's like definitely where this is going. And I want to grab, oftentimes I find when doing collage, you get a lot of these like big, like noun type words, these ebb and flow, these instincts. Sometimes you get like these verbs, right? These diving in, run wild from the magazines because they're like titled. And then you don't get a lot of like the from, to, like your prepositional kind of phrases that connect all of these things, which is like partially really good for poetry because it doesn't always need to have that kind of, connection. But also sometimes I find myself craving, a little more, something a little more connected, right? Untouched wild heart diving in, ebb and flow, instincts run wild. Yeah, that is definitely where this is going. I wonder, dude. I wish I had like some really like masculine magazine with like bodybuilders in it or something. Um, I what fits the vibe? What fits the vibe? I don't think there's a place for music scores. I do really love like just having music scores within the collage and stuff. Um, I'm not sure it's this one. I'm not sure. Uh, stuff. There's so much stuff. Oh, I had a thought. I have some bins of words and stuff that I found before that I like, and those can be useful to to parse through. Um, do we have enough space for that? We probably have enough space for exactly that. I would love to do some more like visual things than just this wolf. I'm really big on the sort of. I mean, if I pull up my other stuff, I'm really big on layering and like things poking through and like, right, like this is like a layer and a cutout and like layers. So I'd like more than just our alpha male looking out over the horizon. I think we gotta work on that a little bit. But Nikki, where are we at? We are at an alpha male wolf gazing stoically out over the sea. Instincts running wild. We are the ebb and flow of myth. Um, the wild heart diving in. Uh, we're I'm trying to make the most alpha male sort of poem here at this point. Um, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. I just straight up have the word Pacific Coast. Pacific very well could be a thing. I feel like this was actually in the Atlantic, but it's okay, right? Um, Connected through space and time. The wolves. We went from seafood to wolves. Yeah, I mean these things evolve, they necessarily have to. We have some stuff from last stream, this less traveled um letters. Lots of little words here. Let's see what we have. The sun was rising. Do we think this is a sunrise or a sunset? It's giving sunset, but I could be wrong. Silver linings. I often wonder. Not confident enough. Breaths taken away. The future is in your hands. Oh, I love this picture. I'm like dying to use this little picture someday of this policeman looking like an absolute doofus holding up his hand and telling me to stop. I I love this image. Like so much more than I should. It's a masterpiece. And I want it to get into a collage someday. And I don't know how or what or why, but I want him. Let's pull out some old images. Pain can be an incentive. Oh, that's wild. Ah! Ah! You subscribed? Thank you. That's so kind. Why I'm a man. I we could just go like unreasonably ultra masculine with this poem. It would be really funny. Um Okay, I think I want this poem to be like uh comically masculine. I think that's the goal. You sound confused that I subscribed. It's it's just I appreciate it. Her face is pretty. Her face, her half of a face. Um, Pretty half of a face here. I feel like I have lots of like halves of women's faces. Oh, look at this picture. I love this picture. This dog with the dandelion over his face. This one is so whimsical and like uncanny at the same time. Uh Big fan. We could use her face? Maybe. Maybe I mean like she could be the object of the alpha wolf's desire. I feel like I feel like look at that guy. That guy's really cool. He's an alpha. I feel like I don't want a woman face hanging out. Nothing against women's faces. I think I've already established that I like them. Um but her face, why I am a man, is kind of fitting given politics. Yeah. Oh, look at this train. Guys, it's a train. It's not going on this, but man, it's a train. Trains are awesome. I keep dropping things. I keep dropping. I have this one. I think this one is too far. This one is his hobby is guns. I want to use it someday. I don't think it's this poem. Uh, but it is a really funny line. Here's the cop again. Oh, the cop with his hobby is guns. That would be a true masterpiece waiting to happen. Maybe I need like a bunch of little bins to sort these, so I would have like collages in progress. Unsure. Okay. Anyway, these I think all of this can go away. What is that? Oh, maybe I wanted this article for cutout or blackout. That's a great one. I love that. This is going to ironically catch on in alpha circles. Probably not. Probably not. Oh, I love this ad. I found this one a long time ago. This old Ghirardelli chocolate hot cocoa ad with this peacefully sleeping person. Yeah. There's a guy. Anyway, so much stuff. Oh, here's another half of a face. Oh, this is actually the one I was talking about earlier. That is a great angle. Earring, stuff, great picture. I love faces in general. I think they're really cool. Okay. I really want more pictures, right? Like I don't just want the wolf with words. That's not like enough for me, you know? Like big pictures? I don't know. The jawline where it meets the ear is one of my favorite bits of anatomy. Yeah, any for like wherever the body is angled, where it has some geometry to it, I definitely find myself appreciating. Because I think often bodies are, they're very like fluid and like soft things. So when there's sharpness on a human form, I think there's something to that. I mean, we could just throw on like a million different wolves. Um, this guy's so cute. They're so cute. I love them. This guy, he's just swimming. He's just a guy. Um, um, like, I mean, I think I'm done with that article. I don't think there's actually. I'm not sure I want more wolves. Like, I do like our one lone wolf. And I mean, so I've done this before where like you cut out a big section, like this whole rock that he's standing on, right? And then replace the entire thing with something else where he's like, rather than looking out off of the rock, you put some other abstract thing there. You know, that's a style I'm inclined toward. Um like one could even cut out the wolf as a silhouette. One could, what do I want to do? There could be like geometric stuff, right? Like I could take the compass and start drawing like circles and shapes, right? I do like doing this. Not sure. Post Malone's eye is the sunshine. The eye of God. The all-seeing eye of Post Malone. Just chilling up here. I struggle pronouncing the L in wolf / wolves. So I avoid saying the words so I don't get teased. Wolf, wolf. So you like just sort of woof it. I mean, you know, if people be teasing for like how you say things, I don't know. I don't know. I like that because he's the opposite of toxic masculinity and he plays magic. He does play magic. I don't know why I'm a man. Why I'm a man. What do I want to do with this? Maybe I don't have to do that much and it can really just be wolf. What do I have here? I have a big bin here that y'all, I can't really put it. I mean, I can probably like put the bin here and go through some of this stuff. Got a lot of like weird paper. I would love this piece to have something abstract. Another face. Like rather than something realistic, you know, like something patterned, something geometric, something tessellated, I think would like make me quite happy. I would love to have an Escher art book or like a tessellation art book to be able to cut up and draw from. I really love that aesthetic, right? I could obviously like draw some sort of like hexagon tessellation. It would take a long time though. I don't know. Like there could be something in the sky. The sky could be something other than Post Malone's eye. I mean, it could just be Post Malone's eye. I don't know. Fruit. Cosmetics. I have letters. That's pretty powerful. I don't even know half the things I have in here, really. I love this. Look at this paper. It's got like lines on it. You know? Like the paper is very masculine, I think. I find that it's very stoic paper. I'll show it in a second. I want to go through the rest of this. More faces that I liked. I definitely had a face phase where I was just cutting out all the faces I saw. I guess it's because I was making a I was making a piece about beauty standards that is somewhere in a drawer. I don't know where it is now. Paper. So much stuff. It's really annoying, actually. How much, like, random... Yes, I did find what glue it is, Nikki. It's like gel medium, although it's like liquid medium. It's not glue, is what I use to stick things down. That's what my mom said. Yeah, some thinner version of gel medium. It sounds like I'm saying woof. He's so wholesome. I totally invite him to Waffle House for lunch. Fair enough. How did my mouse sensitivity changed? I have that cord between my tongue and the bottom of my mouth that they now cut in babies. Mine's not bad. Mine's not so bad that they'll correct it. Wait, you have what? You have a big thing between your tongue and the bottom of your mouth? That's cool. Like, I don't know what I want to do with this. I could get like a hole punch. Like have holes going through it. I really like this paper somehow just there's something about it that like with this wolf like, works for me. What do I want to do? Like I could cut out the land. I don't want to do that. I did that last time. I could cut out the sky. Cutting out the sky could be it'd be so frustrating. There's like the tree and stuff. I don't know what to do. I just want more than the wolf, you know? It can't be the only thing. That's not art at that point. That's just cutting a thing. I don't know what to do. What's your idea, Broken PH? They cut my nephew's when he was a baby, and then my sister had hers surgically done after. So you just got the short end of the stick. Cut out random sized irregular blotches of the background. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I want to cut out something from the background. And I don't know, like irregular and random is scary because usually it's hard to look random, you know? I could see like having like rectangles like going into this wolf where it's like a sort of like beams of light emanating type deal and where it's just like very over the top, everything, you know, pointing into the god wolf in the middle. I actually really like that idea. I like rectangles. That would be cut them out with my left hand. What if we did beams of... I think I'm gonna do beams. I think I'm gonna do beams emanating from the wolf. If you cut out parts of the mountain he's standing on... I almost just dropped a knife on my foot. If you cut out parts of the mountain he's standing on, you can put the storm under it peeking through. Having like hurricane underneath the mountain, like the storm is dwelling inside of his masculine wolf heart. I kind of like that. We can do that one with blotches, right? Like little swirls of swirls. Is the toxic masculinity rising up? Well, maybe the storm underneath is his is something positive. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be toxicity welling up inside of him. Maybe it's the the cyclical thing. It represents sudden change and then calming down. So it's a welling up of the possibility of the toxically male alpha wolf reforming into a gentler, more peaceful soul. Yeah. Kind of wax poetic a little bit. Um, are we thinking like blobby blotches, or like wavy blotches, or curly blotches? Like, cause it could be. I could also like it could be cool to have like a splatter and then like cut out where the splatter is. I think, yeah, spirally, just like curves, just like, yeah. I think it's just gonna be curves is the idea. Um, I'm really curious if there's a way to like uh, rig the knife onto the drawing compass so that it can cut in perfect circles and like perfect curves. I don't really think there's a way to do it, but it has this hole in the blade, right? And like if I unscrewed this thing, right, I could probably, maybe. Oops, drop the thing. Where'd the thing go? There's the thing. Duct tape is miraculous. Yeah, I could use tape. I'm gonna try the. Okay, so it has this pin, right? The lead here is held in by a pin that goes through this hole, right? And then the adjusting guy, right, goes on the other side, this like wheel. So maybe, right, I can just like stick the giant knife blade. It's going to be too big on this one though. Hold on. I could use tape. I could just use tape. If I have tape with me in my room. I have a packing tape, I think. That could work. I could also try it on. I need to screw this back on first. Don't want to be losing this stuff. Can you screw on? Oh my gosh. These things are kind of fussy. Guys, this is such a pain. Screw. Go back on. Am I supposed to turn it the other way? Oh, there we go. Okay, put this one back. Like, arguably, knife. Nah, the blade's really long. It's too long. Okay. Tape is an idea. I don't know why I need them to be nice curves. It's maybe just the way my brain works that I think about that, and then I just want it to be like perfect. That's kind of how I am. It needs to be like orderly and regular, right? So I can probably tape the whole knife on. I just need tape. I'm gonna find tape. Tape. Where would the tape be? In my closet. The tape is in my closet. We found the tape. DoorDash tape. I mean, there would definitely be tape elsewhere in the house. I think this is the only tape. I found my scissors, guys. Scissors. I found them. Still more organized than I am. Yeah, I mean, I guess I knew where it was, and that's pretty impressive. But I reorganized my room. So the knife has to go on perpendicular, such that the cutting surface, like, cause it cuts in that direction, right? That's a pretty good, guys. Circle knife. Circle knife. This is messed up. Where's the end of the tape? Where's the end of the tape? The least fun game in the world. Where's the end of the tape? The end of the tape, the end of the tape. There it is. Test it on something else? That is so smart of you, Broken pH Meter. That is one of the wisest things I've heard today. Test it on something else. I am absolutely the person who would just go straight for it, you know? Just full send on the final piece. Do something that I've never done before. See what happens, you know? But I like your measured approach. Okay. Sigma grind set wasn't wise. I mean, I guess it depends on, like, maybe some people would consider that wise. Oh, it's glorious, guys. I can make all sorts of circles. This one's actually might have been a less good one. I'm gonna do this on the other wolf picture. These wolves are our sacrifices. So I can go like this. Right, okay. And then if I move it back down, right? And then I line this up so it starts on the same spot. It's gonna make a curve. Because this one is gonna be shallower. Oh, this is huge. Guys, this is like a technological breakthrough. Oh. Oh, it's beautiful. Guys. This is so cool. Measured approach, you're a meter. Yeah, that is so true. Look at that cut. It's a circle cut. I have never cut a circle so circle. Wow. I didn't cut deep enough on the first one. I can probably follow it. Or at least get it started. I wish I had another knife. Because this is my only knife. And now it is attached to a compass. Okay, but like, concept has been proven. This doesn't really matter. I just sucked the first time. I was too nervous. There. That's some of it. I think maybe you need a piece of paper. I have a cutting board back here. I just didn't push very hard because I was like scared. But oops. So that's cut number 1. That one was not deep either. Okay, maybe this is like an issue. Okay. Definitely takes some. I'm glad we practiced. Why are we so stuck on circles? You know, I think about circles so much. I really love circles. Circles are a like majorly top tier shape. Okay, so we did that, and I can bring this back here. Maybe I can even bring it further back to make it. It's like a crescent moon. Isn't that so cool? Okay. It kind of works. It does not work entirely well, and I could probably do a better job just freehanding it, honestly, right? The other issue is this is not technically a compass. This is a different tool, and I should have taped it to the actual compass, because these ones like lock in the middle, and that would have been better, but I didn't do that because I'm silly. So I want to do it with the actual compass. We're going to tape it onto this one. It needs to be better. This is not collage. I mean, this is collage. This is like innovating on the entire form, the entire technique. It's what art is. My knife is now taped onto this thing and very difficult to remove. And that sucks. Who could have seen this coming? I'm going to cut myself. I am totally going to cut my hand open doing this. There is a like open, I could cover it. I could cover the knife, take the responsible measured action instead of just jumping into the stupid thing to be doing. But I'm not going to do that because I'm a alpha male. It's more alpha Chad to stare in the face of danger and just man. Okay. Yeah, my Instagram is the same. It's 2/3 Lotus also. So you can find it there. And I did post the last finished product on Instagram, so I'll probably post this one on Instagram again with some like nice angles. I had a lot of fun like messing around with the camera settings on the last collage after I posted it. And like making it all pretty and stuff. So I'll probably do that again with this one. Ray, we're making improvised weapons today on Collage stream, which is taping knives to drawing compasses. And so we can cut circles. You like the blackout poetry I made? So basically what I was doing, like when the Epstein files like got big, when they were big in the news, I started doing blackout poetry every day. And I was sort of going to do like keeping it up until the Epstein files, fully get released or whatever. And then I got really depressed because it was making me like think about the Epstein files every day and post on the internet about it. And that like actually was such an unpleasant thing to be doing. So then I stopped doing blackout poetry every day. 'Cause I just wasn't enjoying it when I like made myself do it daily for that reason. But maybe we'll do blackout poetry on stream sometime. It's kind of fun because we could do like multiple, because I feel like blackout poetry on a page, if I'm just doing it straight down and nothing creative, takes me like half an hour, which could be fun. Okay, we have the compass knife Mark II. Trying again on this page. So one major issue with compass knife is, particularly on this paper, like this magazine paper is very flimsy, so it wants to like rip through from where this pointy guy goes in, right? I can just like rip through the page by, guys, that's a really cool oh, wait, they're like claws, they're like wolf claws. Oh my gosh, that is, look at that. Those are actually so cool. New collage technique unlocked. Jagged ripped lines. Maybe I will do that emanating from the wolf. Poking a thing in and then ripping through in a straight line. To have beams of wolf light emanating from his Sigma presence. I'm just going for it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna do it like that far for now. That's like 3.5 centimeters to use real people units. I could measure, or I could be a Sigma and just do it. I hate this. So we're gonna have, it looks like a crosshair. It'll be fine when it's more of them. And then we can have a piece of paper underneath, right? A piece of paper underneath that shines through in like some color that's very, you know, golden. It'd be cool if I had like a gold leaf kind of paper situation. I'm not sure that I do. This is so silly. I'm really happy with this thing, this monster's creation. Okay. And then we're gonna cut each of these in two. Yes. I've totally abandoned the circle cutting device. I think it would work on other paper, but just not on this one. Oh, that one got a little squiggly. That's unfortunate. Ba-bam. Oh, the halo of wolf light. Yes. Yes. Boom. Right. So I feel like I can probably like take a something and widen that a little bit. Maybe I just take 2 in here. Maybe it won't rip. I can just maybe it'll be fine. Should it be golden, red? Should these be longer? I don't think they need to be longer. I think that's fine. I need bright colored paper. I think I have a book that has paper that just has interest. Just dropping shit. Okay. I could do red. What's the most like Sigma? It has to be bright. Probably red. Probably not. Red would like contrast really strongly. So I might just do red paper. This looks red as far as I can tell. It's a little pinkish. Look, red. That is a thing on it. Obviously. Oh, they're too thin right now. If they're a little thicker, it'll be good. I almost feel like now my knife is stuck to a compass, man. Sigma, I'd think gray. Could be gray. Could be gray. Either way, it needs to be more. I do like red for the wolf killer instinct kind of vibe. But gray makes sense for a stoic gray wolf standing against the I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. Those Greek statue videos on funk music and motivational phrase from Kant or something. Yeah, that is very possible. I think these should be longer. I think it needs more emanating wolf aura. Like, I think they need to be longer, and I think they need to be thicker. Like that. Longer and thicker. That's what we want here on twitch.tv/2/Lotus. Oh, that's good. That one had like a kind of big rip in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, that wolf is like divine. This feels so unhinged. Okay. Big wolf energy now. Needs more wolf aura. Sounds like something those alpha male gurus would. Yeah, definitely. Okay. We got like. Yes. Okay. And they're gonna be jagged, and that's gonna be okay. Because as an alpha wolf aura, you need to be. Oh man, I can't even like. Oh, this is awesome. This is super cool. Yeah, wolves are rugged and jagged claw cuts. You need to be able to endure the dangers of a society as a man, masculine, be strong, fangs, roar, wolf. I'm just saying words. Big wolf energy. Yes. Yes. Big wolf energy here. I should use the knife. I should just and like let it snag. Ooh, big cut there. Big cut. Yeah, if it's just sort of random, right? And then like that, then it's like it's breaking out from underneath. It's exploding in wolf energy. This is like so fun. I'm just like ripping up the paper. That's what it looks like from the back. Gotta get this piece out. All that. Look at that. That looks like a wolf. Clawing. Destroying. Eviscerating its enemies. Becoming the number one in the pack. Someone should make poetry with the BS those dudes say. Like that guy who made poems with the BS said on interviews and speeches. Yeah, I feel like I am well positioned uh, to be doing something like that. Oh yeah, that would be super fun. To make poetry out of like alpha male podcasts and grind set stuff. That would be really cool. Turn the chuds into, I guess they're not chuds. They're the opposite of chuds. Turn the chads into art. Okay, this. See, now if I did red, it's like wolf, claw, you know? The title, oh, abstraction finds beauty in beasts. Is that the title? Look at that wolf magic. I like red. It's like a wound. I think that's the wrong red though, is the issue. I need like a deeper blood red, you know, to really sell it. Oh, that's a big rip. That's okay. Yeah, collage need not always be pretty perfect cutting, and sometimes jagged cuts can have a good effect. I guess this is what we're learning today. It need not be perfect circles. And maybe at that point I can just sort of rip stuff out of the bottom, you know? And just have like ripped gashes with the hurricane peeking through. I wonder if the hurricane looks... I think the hurricane gets lost under this part. But yeah, hurricane coming through the bottom. Blood red on top. Oh, that'll be great. It'll be perfect. Every time I hear perfect circle, I think of Maynard James Keenan's band. Unfortunately, I don't. And even you saying that doesn't get me thinking of what you are making reference to. Because 95% of the references chat makes are things that I do not know. Even when it's poetry. Y'all be pulling out poets on like a daily basis that I've just never read. And you know, that's a whole thing. Okay. We have wolf gashes. I think that's enough wolf gashes for that one. Red goes with the red pill of the alpha male peeps. That's true. I think that'll look really good with a better red, which means I need to find a real red. It's not going to be in that one. Where can I just find a sheet of red? I just want red. How do I... How do I get red? OMG, I'm old now. You know, maybe. If you're older than me, you're old. I think that's usually the metric I go by, which ensures that I'm never old. I wonder if there's like a red cover to something. I don't know if you're older than me. I mean, probably. I'm 21. I'll zoom out while I find magazines back here. I'm looking for red. How hard could it be? to just find a bunch of red. Look at this. This book has a monkey on the front. It's Mysteries of the Rainforest. It has all sorts of pictures of animals and stuff. Good collage material. Great pictures of bugs. Yeah. Big fan of that. I grew up with dial-up internet. Ugh. I don't know what that means. Like, genuinely, I don't know how. I don't know. I have not even the vaguest understanding of how one might dial up an internet. We're all older than you, my sweet summer child. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, why aren't there young people in my chat? Nothing against the old people, all of you. But I don't know. Look at that boat. Look at that boat. That's a good boat. I want red. How hard is it to find red? I want like red 40. Just give me red 40. I have like this growing pile of magazines on me. Maybe we'll go like all the way to the point where like my entire face is covered by the stack of magazines, like cartoon style. That'd be really good. I would like that. Okay. That's not a great solution. Give me red or give me death. This is red. The packaging for these Scotch self-laminating pouches. I got red. Ugh. We did it, guys. We got red. We got red. Look at how red it is. So much better than our other red. Boom. Frickin' red. I just have to cut out like multiple pieces of it, I think, and use them in conjunction with each other to make enough red. Okay. Piece of red number 1. Y'all are having like all sorts of media conversations about things I don't know. Y'all like, it means beep, burp, do. Okay. I feel like I did not nail that dial-up internet sound. Next creative poem art idea. Do like Gonzalo Rojas, who filled a wall with newspapers, magazines, and pages in general, then threw knives at them. Any word that gets a knife went down in a poem. Yeah. That's super cool. We had buses that brought computers to our school, and we had no idea what to do with them or what they were. See, we had cool math games. And that's a really special thing. Cool math games. That's my era of the internet. Okay. Did y'all take the little gray balls out of the mice too? Nothing against the old people, all of you. Yeah, so that was kind of mean. You mean neuter that fat boy? Also, I think maybe you're a bit of an old soul with your so your content attracts the elderly. I think that's very possible. Old soul, uh, code for high functioning autism, right? um, okay, so that piece. Oh, maybe I do it here. Then I can tell. This could go on all of that. I feel like I almost just want to tape this to the back. I mean, I think we'll glue it on. I think we'll glue them on. Or gel medium them on. Where is my lid? I have a lid that I put glue in. Did my lid fall down? Is that my lid? That's not my lid. There's nail polish over here. White nail polish. Nail painting stream? Where's my lid? Guys. It gets real disorganized real fast here. And I don't know where my lid is. Did it fall? Oh, I want my lid. There's my lid. Okay. Lid. Glue goes in lid. I was traumatized because for some reason my parents thought it was okay for me to play Turok. Well, I don't know what that is. Turok? Turok. Don't know. Y'all were before the SNES. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't even have many video games. I paid like 50 cents for an hour of PS1 or 2 at random ass lady who just rented his son's console. That's a good move. I mean, that's ingenuity. She was probably just lonely. She probably just wanted like a kid around. I feel like if her son was gone, just like, oh, I'll just like have this kid come play games on my SNES so I can feel like there's someone in the house again. I wonder if that was the motive. Okay. Red goes here. Oh, there's a break soon. She has a kid who is my age. She just rented his shit. Okay, that's crazy. That's just like, I don't know if that's a good thing to be doing. This one can go here. Glue this up. Dude, it's been like an hour and 40 minutes, and the only thing I've done is rip lines in this thing and put red on the background. This is a really, like, I mean, it's okay, right? It's the artistic process. It just feels like I've done very little. Okay. Oh, I don't have water to rinse my brush. But I do have a bottle of water, and I should be drinking more water because, like, damn, it's hot and I'm dehydrated. Oh, guys, it's glorious. Look at this glorious wolf. The red wolf sun. Oh, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. That is the essence of pure masculinity. We're gonna hydrate this jar first. So I have something to rinse my brush in. And then I will drink. Hydrate or dihydrate. Hydrate or die straight. If you want to be LGBT about it. I have hydrated, and my brush is hydrated too. I am old of soul and young of heart. I said hydrate or die straight, broken pH meter. Y'all want to die straight. That's all I'm saying. Gotta stick to it to the end. Okay. Wolf, we're gonna rip into the bottom and add a hurricane underneath. And then, I don't know where the hurricane actually went. I have all these random notebooks over here that I don't need. So the hurricane is gonna come through, if I can find the hurricane, underneath the wolf. Where did the hurricane go? This is like a really important part of the piece. The hurricane represents the underlying energy. I'm quite happy to be wibbly wobbly. That sounds nice. There's some Beavis and Butthead type joke. Hydrate or die straight. Yeah. Okay. Hurricane underneath, rip holes, poem. That's going to be the whole thing. But before we get onto that stuff, there's going to be a brief intermission for our really beloved advertisers, our sponsors that Twitch chooses for us. So take 3 minutes to stand up, walk away from the screen, not indulge in those ads, get some water, drink a beer if you're Ray, and I don't know, walk in circles, stare at the ceiling, do something. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. It's me, Imogen. We are becoming alpha wolves on this collage poetry stream. I'm so excited to do the words when we get to that. Why I'm a Man is just such an excellent piece of text. So there are a few ways to do the hurricane coming through, right? It could be like three big claws, right? It could also be like a big hole that's kind of like ripped into it. Um, or it could just be like random kind of shredded. It could just be like ripped out sections. And I'm not sure what I want to do. Um, I think it should be ripped because it will create a blue contrast to the red of these rips, and that will be really good. Um, but I'm not exactly sure how to do it. I I think like a wolf claw coming down like this, like literally three gashes. It could even go like to the bottom of the page, like one of them, you know. And I don't know how to do that. Maybe I just start with the small ones again and like make them thicker and thicker. I could use the scissors, right? And go for, I think this is what I'm doing. Um the wolf claws. Oh, monster energy claw mark, exactly. Yeah. Um right, like this, and then need to kind of cut more. It started. Oh boy. Okay. Claw mark is clawing. This is peak collage right here. Collage? Claw? Claw? I'm not. There's something there. Okay. Claw. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Claw number 1. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be great. I think this side needs to be more jagged. I just need to give it some more ripped energy. Yeah. Okay. Number 2. Okay. That'll be 2. Oops. Don't want to rip it in half, ideally. Most sophisticated artistic collage ever. Okay, claw number 2 and claw number 3. This is so goofy. Oh, that one might be the best because it's the most shredded. This would be longer. Sure is something. Okay. Hurricane claws coming through in the collage. I feel like this one needs to curve down a little bit more. Boom. It looks so goofy. I think it's actually it's kind of fun. It's it's pretty cool. I've never quite like ripped a collage this to this degree, being just this like messy about it. This needs some more distress. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. I just cut my finger. Boom. Turn the hurricane so it gets more blue. True. That yeah, they should all have. I mean, this one could be like the most, like it could follow the hurricane spiral out here. You definitely want it to, oh, eye of the hurricane in this one, and then blue on this one. Maybe like there. And then cut here. And then, yeah. And then there'll be some blue here. This is very blue. You doing that directly over your finger isn't giving me anxiety at all. Yeah, I did nick my finger a little bit, but not in the bleeding sort of way. So that's good. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is this is a masterpiece. Let me, how do I want to do this? Should I just ruler it? Oh, I think I know what I do. I ruler it and give some space, and then glue it on, and then trim it down. Okay. So look here. Put glue on like all of this. I think you should glue first, then cut. Too late. I partially cut. It's a cut, glue, cut. I just wanted to see like where it would sort of cover. Okay. Definitely on this side. And then the bottom edge needs to be well glued. Okay. And then we go it was here, right? Like that. I did not put sufficient glue here. Okay. Gluing it down. Okay. That goes there. That'll get stuck down nicely. Need a bunch of glue on this edge. Sweet? Yeah, it is sweet, Ray. This collage is peak. I'm like so stoked about this. Unleash your inner wolf. Meow. 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 It's so wizard. that is uh possibly like the perfect adjective to describe this. So now that it's glued, you can just follow the edge, give it a nice haircut. And then cut here. That could be a little more. I need a better method of doing this. Of like cutting edges. I mean, I think the best answer is probably to take a straight paper cutter and lop the whole edge off. Okay. This is the background. Wolf, hurricane, red experience. Now we need a poem. Now, after all that time, we can finally make a poem to match this. It looks like the wolf tore through the ground. Exactly. Exactly. This is so glorious. I love this. This is like so incredibly artistic. Oh, it's glorious. Okay. Why I'm a Man has got to be like, I mean, we have so many things here, right? We have Run Wild. We have Why I'm a Man. We have Wild Heart. We have Ebb and Flow. We have Instincts. Makings of Myth. The Day, capital D. Because alphas have capital D's. The Future is in Your Hands. Which kind of breaks from the black and white. It's really annoying that this Why I'm a Man is in like gray. Because everything else is like very black and white. But maybe that differentiates it as a title. Pain can be an incentive. Calm waters. These are the vibe. He's trying to replace his red pill energy with the blue pill storm. I think I mean I feel like he's really locked in on his red pill aura, and the blue pill storm that is raging underneath is the thing he's clawing at and trying to excise from himself to become truly and perfectly the true, alpha wolf. Should it be Why I'm a Man? Should it be Run Wild? Instincts of Myth. I love Pain can be an incentive. Like that's so like toxically masculine that it's perfect, right? Instincts Run Wild. Makings of a myth ebb and flow. I do like that. Um, yeah, what did you say? Instincts run wild. Makings of a myth ebb and flow. That's good. That's good. I like where your head's at. Oh, imagine. I should tear at the edges of these words too. I should like make them a little crunchy, so they're like ripped at as well, right? Um, where's my scientific ripping tool? Like if we went like, maybe I'll use the scissors. Um, just have to be careful. Careful to not rip the word. Not so much careful to not destroy my fingers. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, the collage is sticking to my hand. Okay. The words themselves. We're really playing with this like ripped texture. This is something that I've never done in a collage before. Like really destroying and distressing the edges like this. I've done sandpaper for like scratches and softness, but never like I've burned paper before. It's really cool to have burnt edges in collage. We should do that like sometime on stream. Do some burning. You can use incense sticks to burn like perfect little holes and stuff. I've done that before as well. That's a really cool technique. There's like so much one can do with paper. Instincts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Run. The like back end of the scissor is like cutting into my hand. It's not literally cutting, it's just digging in. It's really annoying. I don't know if there's a better scissor solution. I'm unsure. Maybe if I go overhand, that's probably the way. Little less precise with my scientific ripping tool, so less scientific. Yeah, I like pencil grip more. I don't know. Do y'all grip your scissors pencil, or do you grip your scissors overhand? I don't know if we have opinions in chat. We could cut "Why I'm a man" and place a question mark between "why" and "I'm a man." Oh, you're cooking with that one. Why? I'm a man. Yeah, excellent idea. Big fan. As I go back to, this is gonna take a while. This is like when we were sanding the edges of everything last stream, and it just got very tedious. This is also like kind of loud. Oh, oh, some big rips there. Oh, it's probably good to like do some variety. Like the instincts chewed up all the way around is maybe a little much, and it's maybe better to just rip a little here, rip a bigger chunk there, right? That's so square. Like rip the corners so they're not sharp. Yeah, like that's probably better. Ooh, new ripping technique. Doesn't work. Okay. Run wild. Instincts run wild. What are we doing? Why? Question mark. I'm a man. We'll have to find a question mark. Why? I'm a man. I love that. I love that so much. My head is in the Sigma mindset. Yeah, you are locked in, pH meter. In a podcast I listened to, the host made collaborative collage posters. One person adds something, then the other adds something, and the description of the experience was like, you're ruining it. Yeah, I feel like it's really hard to collaborate on art. And I feel like particularly like live art is probably uh easier to collaborate, like music and stuff, right? But like art where you're sticking stuff down and making these final decisions is probably harder. Lol, me with my estradiol patch. I am so Sigma, lol. You are so Sigma. What do you study? You are such an artist. I study the book of life. I study dropped out of college twice. I studied music and then I studied like sort of humanities for um a semester. I lasted like one semester in both of my collegiate attempts. What do we say? Makings of a myth, ebb and flow. I wonder if it's just makings of a myth, ebb, because ebb is to to just grow, or is to ebb to come back? Is to flow? Ebb is to go back. Ebb is less. Flow is more. Ebb is less. Flow is more. In which case, we would want flow. I think ebb and flow is actually better, probably. Um, hmm. I do like it. Instincts run wild. I want something in between. I want something in between. What else do we have? I feel like I don't have that much. Maybe this is where we can go like diving in. Instincts run wild, diving in. Maybe not. Instincts run wild. And flow? Makings of a myth, diving in. I want some more words, actually. I might want more words. I feel like we're actually like low on options. Holds up the scissors. I study the blade. Yeah. I study the sword and I study the pen. That's me. Yes. Student of the sword, student of the pen. That should be my description on like everything. Um, like my bio. That'd be good. Um, okay. Let me get another magazine. I think Nat Geo has. We already got some of this one. Like Nat Geo has immense potential for masculine words. Oh, from above, even with like the vantage of our wolf, could definitely be doing something good. From above. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna just like rapid fire collect words. There's our big O. Village. River road. Guzzling. 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 That's what that word says. Oh, ooh, ooh, oh. Thrashes. That might be too like present tense though. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, more than a, more than a. Oh, there's also Wild Heart. I guess I wasn't looking at it because the color. Um, diving in the day, instincts are wild, wild heart. Yeah. Supersedes all other. A one does as one must. Okay, this is actually a really peak section of text. If I can get the blade back into the knife here. One does as one must. What does the wolf do? The wolf does as the wolf must. Yeah. Supersedes all others. The alpha male is greater than the rest of the pack. The alpha male. The alpha male makes others seem foolish. The alpha male embarks on the journey into possibility. The alpha male is the lifeblood of the pack. The alpha male travels in the dark. The alpha male is the raging river where all else are the shallow creek. The alpha male is vastness. The alpha male is the great body of water. The alpha male is seething with starlight. The The alpha male is body and mind perfected. The alpha male. I could be a grifter, I think, if I like put in like a fraction of my mental energy. Okay, we have some more words. I think we have a lot more words. I think we might have enough words. There is lifeblood. Lifeblood is very red. I mean, lifeblood could be the title. Lifeblood. With the red. It's funny. Okay. We have a lot more words now. One does as one must. Thrashes its way through, traveling in the dark, seething. Makings of a myth. Seething in the dark. Instincts ebb and flow from above. One does as one must. There's so many, like, these are just all so peak, you know? Like, every single one, right? Instincts diving in, seething. One does as one must. The day thrashes its way through, traveling in the dark, makings of a myth. There's just so many. You're having so much fun with this. Don't call me out like that. I'm having so much fun with this. Pain can be an incentive. Seething instincts ebb and flow. Oh, this is great. This is so beautiful. Um, uh, become the grifter you were meant to. It's like Aspinall meets Blair White. Maybe. Floating. 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 I think thrashes its way through doesn't fit grammatically. Oh, Wait. More than a. And supersedes all others. It could be like instinct supersedes all, you know? That's a bar. Instinct supersedes all. Ah. You know? Howling sounds. Not me growling on stream. Instinct supersedes all. Pain. Seething instinct supersedes all. One does as one must. Traveling in the dark. I'm far too beta for this. I love it. Inner wolf is strengthening. Yeah, I'm becoming something greater. I'm superseding my former self. I'm becoming more than a man. I am more than a man would be a crazy one to do. Um, why? I'm a man. I do love ending the whole thing with why. I'm a man. You know, one does as one must. Traveling in the dark. Uh, Floating through. I could do floating through pain. Um, Also, more than pain. More than. Seething instinct supersedes all others. One does as one must. Traveling in the dark. I like that start. I like that start. Oh, Callie. Callie, we are making alpha male wolf claw poetry tonight. We are channeling our wolf spirits. Um, it is all one large furry dedication poem. Yeah, this is my coming out of my wolf persona. Seething instincts supersedes all others. One does as one must. Traveling in the dark. Oh yeah, yeah. This is beautiful. um, oh, this is so fun. Maybe we need your alter ego for this one, Callie. Yeah, Callie move. Yeah, this is. Oh, Callie moves like water. Callie is the wolf, moving like water, cutting through the darkness, hunting his prey. Arr. uh, Ray, I don't know how to read that. Is oh sweet Callie, uh, what fart through yonder window? What? um, Makings of a Myth is really good too. Um, Floating through pain. More than a myth? Floating through. Diving in. More than a myth. Why? I'm a man. Read it in the Peter from Family Guy voice. I cannot. I cannot do it. Um, Seething instincts supersedes. Yeah, I don't even know. I have like never watched Family Guy, so I have no frame of reference for that. I'm just reading it in my deep masculine voice. Seething instincts supersedes all others. One does as one must. Traveling in the dark, floating through, diving in, more than a myth. Why? I'm a man. I think that's the poem. I think that might be. It might be the poem, the evil Imogen voice. Yeah, maybe. Uh, redeemed. Hydrate. Yes. This is doing a number on my voice. Why? I'm Batman. Yeah. Yeah, and then Lifeblood could be the title. Lifeblood is very big, I will say. But if it's over here, Seething Instinct, it would be Seething Instinct, right? Because it supersedes. How do I want to... Floating through, like here. Diving in by the claw. It's really hard to get it actually around all this. We'd have to cover something up. Oh, wait. More than a myth? Why? I'm a man. And we need to find a question mark. That's like... Then the Imogen who read Jordan Peterson as a teen. Yeah. This was a very different direction that my life could have gone in. I could have been an alpha dominating wolf who cleaned their room or something. I think that's what Jordan Peterson says to do. My room is not clean. There happens to be paper everywhere, which I think means I'm not a Jordan Peterson alpha. Alpha in Gold's gym flexing on the betas. Yes, that would be me. Just absolutely mogging people in Gold's gym. Yeah. Yeah. Effortless frame mogging. That could have been me. An Asmongold orbiter. Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna like scratch up all the words, right? Cut these down to what they're supposed to be. More than a myth. I think rather than more than a myth. I think it's more than a myth. I think that's a better poetic statement. You know, better enjambment choice. Still need to find a question mark. I don't think I have any question marks on the table right now. Floating through. Diving in. I love that couplet. Floating through. Diving in. That's good. That's poetry right there. That's peak. I'm telling you, that's peak. Cut up something yellow for the question mark? Make a question mark? I think I'd rather find one. I think I'd rather find one. Become a manosphere grifter, and I'll send you a picture of the right-wing president we elected in my country. Literally, no jokes or giggling. He's the son of a Nazi who escaped. I'll send you a picture. I feel like I can find a picture of him on my own, right? Um, but I think I should become a manosphere grifter. Um, but y'all want me to? Why a yellow? Why yellow? That just seems so like not a red question mark. Like if I'm making a question mark, right? Not red. Balance out red, 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 all throughout. It'd be the only yellow on the whole page. Maybe I'm. Maybe I just don't see the vision. Ah, yellow uncertainty. Interesting. Why? Yellow question mark? Why? As opposed to a red question mark. Why? 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 Green question mark. Why? 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 Blue question mark. Why? Pink question mark. Why? Me inflecting colors. I could actually just take a pen, right? And like draw a question mark on a white piece of paper, and that would function perfectly fine. The drawing feels like cheating. It would be funny. Yellow is actually really calm. I someone was saying that to me the other day, that like they do yellow in hospitals or something. But yellow is also like jaundice. Um, and jaundice is for betas. So uh, can't be having that. That's a new sentence. Jaundice is for betas. Yeah, let me just find a regular old question mark. Jaundice is for betas. What a crazy thing to say. Aha! I found a question mark. It's an italic question mark. Look, it's a little slanted. Um, your symbolic association of yellow comes from Jesus Christ. Wait, yellow Christ? What is yellow Christ? I I would love to know this, because I feel like Jesus, in my mind, uh, in my extensive theological study, not really, but decent knowledge of the Bible. Like Jesus has got some. I don't know, what energy does Jesus have? Um, Jesus got white, right? You can share links, yeah. Jesus got white because he's like always wearing like white. Jesus got like blue because he's walking on water. Jesus got like red for blood. Yellow Christ. Yo. Oh, this guy. French name. Gao Guin. Let's call him that. Together with the green Christ. Well, in that case, Christ is green. I think Christ is green. Green Christ is better. Um, how do you Gao Gaugen at Gan Gaugan Ae that's Ash Gaugan Gaugan. Okay. um I think Yellow Christ is kind of dope. I like this picture a lot. I think bad Christ restoration is like really bad, and this is just you know a sort of like modern painting, or whatever period this was. Pont avant. What style? What style? Symbolism. Symbolism. We have symbolist poets too. Somehow I think green in general works for all prophets and holy men. Yeah, because they've got money. Cause Jesus was a rich man. Okay, why? This tacked on question mark is sort of inherently comedic to me. Ah, come back question mark. Why? I'm a man. Okay, time to shred the edges of a bunch of these, particularly lifeblood. Time to destroy my hands again. Jesus was loaded? Yeah. Jesus was a capitalist, as people always and often say. Not a socialist. Jesus would be like kicking it with like Bezos if he was alive, I think. Channeling my like wolf destruction. I feel like part of why I'm just like having so much fun with this is I am like literally ripping stuff and like clawing at the paper. So I kind of feel like a wolf, and I'm really like engaging with that warrior spirit that's been repressed inside of me by like soy products and modern society. Um, and this is really letting my instincts loose. Oh, right. It's supposed to be seething instinct because instinct supersedes. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm really leaving behind the limitations of what it means to be a modern man. You know, I'm becoming something greater. I'm becoming something more primal, something more purely animal, in that way more human, returning to the ancestry of being a hunter gatherer, stalking the fields, hunting a water buffalo, you know? That's how I feel on this stream. I feel I feel the thrill of surviving seething within my abdomen. Oh! There goes seething. Ripped in half. It's okay. We'll just put them back together. Because an alpha can fix what is broken. An alpha can take a world that is falling apart and craft a better one within his powerful palms. Sculpt what is damaged. Take the raw ore, the slag, form it into something new. Reach into the pits. It was not you this time, Nikki. That's true. It's back. I think it's coming back. It's back. We're back. Yeah, I think we're back. Not an overheating issue because I actually have ice packs on my computer today, to keep it cool. I think it's a network thing. I got I have ice packs on my computer. It's it's like literally like 85 degrees in my room right now. You want condensation in your system? Well, they're on the outside, you know. It's a laptop. It's probably fine. Um, I'm not the technologically inclined type. I look for simple solutions. I'm an alpha who sees a problem and takes the immediate evident solution, and it's effective. Yeah, I think like the internet router thing probably is just due for like a reset and a clearing the cache or whatever. And then we'll probably be fine. A true alpha claws success from raw materials. Exactly. Yeah, see, a true alpha in the collage fashion takes what he finds, cuts it into a usable shape, and forms it into something better. I'm having way too much fun with this. I have an ice roller I keep in my freezer to sometimes cool off cell phones. Makes sense. Oh, cell phone. Yeah, I don't know why you would have two. Um, Cell phone singular. Um, okay. Traveling in the dark. I love this. This line. Traveling in the dark. He stalks the night. It's like such like a 2008 online username, like XX Night Stalker, Night Traveler, Seething Instinct, 69, XX. I did absolutely zero studying. Uh, Congratulations. What were you trying to study? What were you hoping you were gonna study and then got distracted by my alpha male presence that stopped you, which I entirely understand, Um, Easy to be distracted by um, my lupine majesty, but what were you trying to study? Norwegian? That's super dope. I definitely can't help you with that one as a non-Norwegian speaker. Um, but that's super cool. Why? Yeah, why? Why does one set up? I mean, all language learning is justified, right? One need not justify like learning a language. But are you like studying it in an academic sense or in some way that's beyond the casual language acquisition sort of inherent motive? Or you study dynamics in old video game systems, personal reasons. Dope. That's awesome. Desert life can be so grueling for electronics. Yes, you understand. Definitely, you understand. The desert does not like phone. And it's crazy that we're putting like AI data centers that like need to be like cooled with water like in the Nevada desert. Like of all the places, like should we not be putting these data centers that need to stay cool? Like if you're gonna make it, put it in a cold place. Put it in Montana. I mean, don't put it anywhere because like Montana people should do with their land what they want and not have AI data centers either. But like, really? In the desert? Like it's gonna cost like twice as much water to cool that stuff. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense. Arizona pulls from like ancient aquifers that can't quickly refill. Yeah, our water comes from, well, our water in Vegas comes from the Hoover Dam, which is outside of Vegas basically. And uh also like all of LA's water comes from the Hoover Dam and the Central Valley's water. They actually take all our water, which I don't know, Nikki, if you could like stop your LA people from taking all our water, I would really appreciate it. Um, but that being said, um, we get our water from the Hoover Dam. There's like a 5-state water compact that allocates water between New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, um, California, and maybe Utah. Maybe not Utah. Maybe it's a 4-state. Um, And Nevada's actually like incredibly good at water conservation, and like pretty much all of the water that like goes down the drain gets like reprocessed and treated and goes back into Lake Mead. So Las Vegas has like an incredibly like water efficient sort of system going on. Um, but uh, yeah, Colorado River water, which comes from the Hoover Dam, which is our water. Um, the Hoover Dam is the dam on the Colorado. Um, and yeah, so Nevada's really good about their water usage, and then basically everyone else takes it. And California like overdoes their water allotment and have done so basically every year since the water compact was signed, and they just pay the fines or whatever. Um, but like no one can actually stop them from like just using more water. Yeah, it's our water. It's Nevada's water. Um, this is my, uh, like, I get so heated. I get so heated about the water compact, clearly. Um, I remember in college, um, I was at like this house party and I was talking to this trans girl and just just like dumping my special interest of Nevada water compact on her and just telling her about southwestern water rights, and it was very romantic. Um, um, Bot alert. Yeah, I usually just don't care. They can't hurt me. I'm pretty sure every single one of you is internet literate enough to know that that's a bot and you shouldn't click on that link. Um, and you know, if it can't hurt me, I don't need to do anything about it. It doesn't need to cause any sort of reaction in me. It would just mess up my flow to pick up the mouse. Um, got to keep that cortisol low like an alpha. Can't be reacting to beta chud hijinks in my chat. Um, I'm above that. You know, I stalk the night. I don't need to worry about what bots are doing in the day. I'm having so much fun on this stream. If you all couldn't tell. I think I need to adopt like this like faux alpha male persona more often. It's like it's really good. Really makes me feel powerful. Okay. Floating through. Diving in. Like the rips on this genuinely look bad, and it's so powerful. Like there's so much aura. This has so much aura. Oh, one does as one must. Traveling in the dark, floating through, diving in, more than a myth. Why? I am a man. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It says peak. Colorado in the name belongs to Nevada. Yes, yes. Your jingoist opinion. Yes, I am a Nevada water jingoist. Um, and Washington isn't even in Washington State, right? Messed up. We hear it from Coloradians too to stop drinking. Yeah, yeah. Do better. Anyway, um, yeah, no, in Nevada, like with the Lake Mead is the lake with the Hoover Dam. It's the point where like in the last few years, more and more, they've been finding like like bodies with like weights and like concrete shoes that like the mob like threw um into the lake, because the water has been getting so low that people just keep finding like victims of the Vegas mob. uh it's really sick. Like this is such an awesome place to live. Genuinely. Vegas is dope. As much as I complain about it, like so much character, you know? And so many characters. Um okay, we're gluing. This is going to be the thing, the poem, the final, the yeah, Lifeblood. Oh, it's such a good title too. Lifeblood. The blood of my life surges through my veins. I feel the pulse of instinct pounding in my skull. I sense danger before it comes upon me. I react with sinew like muscles and bestial agility. I am more animal than man. I am the alpha. I need to be stopped. I need to be stopped. um, this looks like a magazine cover, a badass magazine cover. Yes, it is a badass magazine cover. Maybe it looks like a magazine cover because it's like, oh, I see magazines with like Lifeblood magazine and guys, should I start Lifeblood magazine? And it's a magazine specifically for alpha related poetry content. There needs to be a themed literary magazine for internet satire poetry. Call it Lifeblood. Okay. Lifeblood magazine. It really does. I really did end up with the magazine layout. That's a very astute observation. I'm gonna share this with my MAGA friend and see what he thinks. Yes, please. My sister likes to go to Gasoline Alley, river near Laughlin. That would be a river near Laughlin. I've never heard of it, which maybe means I'm like a fake fan. But that's super dope. There's a there's this like canyon out in the desert, pretty close to the California Nevada border. That like there was this like weird cult that was there, and there's this big like falling apart statue of Jesus that the head fell off of. I don't remember what it's called, but I went there once at night, and it was like terrifying. And then these like coyotes started howling at us, um, and we left. um, that was pretty cool. I don't remember what that place was. They call it because of the pollution from all the stuff. That makes sense. I feel like Andrew Tate would have created an alpha male magazine. I mean, they probably exist, right? I feel like real alphas wouldn't follow people. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, real alphas wouldn't follow people telling them. Like, real alphas would just go and be alphas. But then you wouldn't be able to make money off of, like, lonely, disillusioned young men. So you have to sort of trick them into, it's like the like self-help industry or the fitness like industry, the weight loss industry, where if they ever lost weight, that would be bad because you don't want them to like maintain losing weight, or else they'll stop buying your diet books. So you have to make them think they're becoming alphas while they continually grow lonelier and more depressed and more isolated and self-hating, so that they continue to put you on a pedestal as their pack leader. Um, and then you can make money off of them and their, I don't know, whatever the supplements they buy from you for all of eternity, right? That's sort of the scheme. Scheming. What a schemer, that Andrew Tate. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is so good. Sounds like if it weren't a satirical alpha male poetry magazine, it would be real cringeworthy if it were serious. Oh yeah, Lifeblood magazine, all things alpha male, would be quite the cringy experience. I feel like for the collage stuff, I need to seek out like the most absurd magazines, because like there's got to be an alpha male magazine. Like I should be like subscribing to get like the NRA newsletter, and I should be like having all these like you know, I should get like Scientologists to send me stuff in the mail, right? Cuz I feel like this would be the way to collect like immense amounts of really really powerful collage material. Um and and that'd be cool. Some trasher magazine maybe. Yeah, cult magazines like I this is probably that's probably a really good way to get like really kooky collage stuff. Um why? I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. Man. I'm man. I'm a man. Just stimming. I'm a man. I'm a man. I need to stop. I need to be contained. I dropped my question mark. Oh my gosh, this is the... Oh, it landed on the table. We're good. We are good. See, real men don't let their question marks fall on the floor. They drop them on the table. Think about that. Okay. That's Lifeblood. Get some Hustler magazines. Yeah, I mean I definitely have like I have a friend who does collage, and she does a lot of like really like queer like body based like collage stuff, and has all sorts of just like porn mags and stuff that she pulls from, which can be really cool. I feel like those sort of things don't work great on the um on the stream, right? Like I'm not sure uh actual naked people really count or really dodge like Twitch TOS or community guidelines, um like cuz it's art or whatever, cuz otherwise you'd probably just have like a number of streams that are artists drawing, you know, like hentai or whatever. But I don't know. Okay, there's all sorts of little scraps from all the ripping. Like blow them off. Okay, guys, get close up of Life Blood. Look at that. How I love how the red comes through. Lifeblood. Seething instinct supersedes all others. One does as one must. Traveling in the dark. Floating through. Diving in. More than a myth. Why? I'm a man. Lifeblood. Oh, that's a good one. I'm really happy. Oh, and a really good stretch. Oh, been slouch maxing. Oh, okay, we're back. We did it. We made another collage. That marks 3 weeks now of doing collage streams. And I would say so far we've been wildly successful between Lifeblood, Greetings from Out There, and Satisfaction is Guaranteed. These have been like so much fun. I got good scans of the other two. I want to like maybe I should like do prints of them just to like have, cuz it'd be really fun to do like a framed print and put some of these, like give these to people. That could be really really cool. Anyway, there's this photo of this super famous singer in my county. It's him with his band recording in a studio in the US during the 60s. Fucking Charles Manson is just in the background. That's wild. Let me see if I can try to find the place I'm talking about. This other cult thing in the desert in the Mojave, southwest of Vegas. We're gonna go explore on Google Maps on my iPad, I think is what's happening. I don't wanna show y'all my exact location, ideally. Okay. I think it's inevitable. I don't really care. Vegas, Las Vegas. Here's Hoover Dam that we were talking about. Our water. And then down over here, somewhere off of Blue Diamond, Mountain Springs, there's this Cathedral Canyon. This is what I'm looking for. It has this like Jesus, this decrepit Jesus statue, and yeah, there's a better picture. And there's like all these like little like structures, and it's just like out there in the desert. There's someone's dog. Look at that. There's like freaking holes that go into the rocks. People say it's like super haunted, of course. Yeah, this place is weird. Yeah. That place is kind of cool, so I've been there. He was freaking everywhere in the 60s. Probably was. I'm going to ironically laugh when I see this start circulation unironically in alpha spaces. I mean, there's just no way. I don't have that kind of reach. Y'all can really pump it on social media and spam it in all sorts of places. It looks like Calico almost. The cat? Oh, the dog. There was a dog. Calico. I don't know. So many cult locations in the desert. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to be found, right, you just go in the desert, right? And they'll find you, but it'll take a while. Right? You had like Waco in Texas. I don't know what else. I guess that one. Lots of them. Yeah. Ghost towns. The desert's cool. Yeah. We send it to the Daily Wire. I feel like the Daily Wire is not gonna take my my little wolf collage. I don't know. Maybe Reddit's the place to go. Go on like I don't know what the alpha male subreddits are. Um, but maybe y'all can get it into circulation in those spaces. Um, I feel like Reddit's a reasonable place. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so sweaty, man. I like light another innie so my room doesn't smell miserable. Um, Incense, saving grace in the summer, um, makes the world tolerable. Maybe send it to some Oath Keeper group or something. Maybe. It is. I mean, I feel like it's not too over the top, right? Where I think it could reasonably be misinterpreted as genuine. And I think that's one of my favorite parts about it, right? Is like is that it's not too over the top, right? If I had taken the the one that like the piece of text that was like my hobby is guns, that would be like an obvious signal that I'm like out group and trying to like poke at them. But I think this one just does a good job with the wolf stuff. I do like it. God, so I have all these like little scraps of paper, like little shreds, on my whole workspace now because, and they're all over my lap too. Like all that stuff, and then like I'm like covered in shreds of paper, and like these are words, but like there's just so many shreds. It's gonna like they're just gonna be here forever. I should probably like vacuum them up or something. I don't know, man. Um, just enough. Yeah, just enough. Okay, gotta take all these and put them back in my words for later bin, which went somewhere. Yeah, but this has been quite the. That's alpha confetti. Yeah, alpha confetti. I like that. um, ah, here's the word bin. Boom. I'm gonna just get rid of the shredded run wilds. It's a bit much. Okay. Those go there. For next time, find my picture bag for any leftover picture pieces. Which I think is just this guy with the light. That we started with. Yeah, we came a long way from where we started. The first words we had were like seafood for that collage. And unfortunately did not use seafood. Okay. Cleaned up just a few things. Your birthday is soonish? Yeah, my birthday is March 24th. My birthday is in 5 days. So Saturday stream will be before then. Monday stream will be before then. And then Wednesday stream will be after then. I will not be streaming on my birthday. But my March 23rd stream will probably say something like, birthday stream, give me all your money. And then you all will do that or something. Actually, like, don't, but, and I won't title it that because that's pretty weird. But yeah. So Monday we will be celebrating. Yeah, I don't know what that entails, the celebration of Imogen Day, but yeah, we will be doing that. How's In Search of Lost Time? It's good. I feel like I pick it up like once every week. Like it's very infrequent. I really enjoy it. I really like the language. I just haven't been reading that much. Partially probably because I've been playing Disco Elysium, and that's been like a major time sink in my life. Uh, but that's probably just an excuse, you know. And one doesn't have to be reading all the time. It can ebb and flow, like the and accepting the ebb and flow is really central to being an alpha. You know, the world will change around you, but you have to be stable. You have to be the rock at the bottom of the river, smoothed by the passage of lesser things around you, made stronger by the world. You're going to a concert on the 24th? What concert? Yeah, that's. I'm going to a concert on April 5th, I think, and then I might be going to another concert on like late in April. Um, and then I'm playing a jazz gig on March 29th. Poetry workshop on March 28th. It's like a busy time coming up. Um, that's my life has many things, many things. Oh, wrapping up stream generally is what's happening right now. I do not think I'm trying to yap. Um, I had I had like a 3 hour Discord call with my best friend earlier today, and then this has been 3 hours of streaming. So lots of talking today, I guess. And then I played saxophone for an hour and a half. So my throat has been working hard. Call me the throat goat, you know? That's what they call me. Yep. Thank you all for being around to. I mean, you should probably be thanking me for having the privilege of witnessing my alpha presence. So I won't thank you for watching. You should thank me for even, you know, giving you the privilege of letting your eyes dwell upon me. It's a concert series that takes place annually where I live. It's like half concert, half interview, and it's acoustic. Gonna be a singer-songwriter named Nano Stern. That's cool. I like, I think interviews and those sorts of things are pretty dope. Nano Stern, Chilean singer, multi-instrumentalist, uh, third generation of Chilean singer-songwriters. Dope. Fusion folk rock. That sounds sick. That does sound like Ray kind of music. No, thank you all for watching. I deeply appreciate your presence, your thoughts, your inspiration for the collage. Thank you, Broken PH Monitor, for subscribing and giving bits. That's really a generous thing to do. And yeah, stream on Saturday. Gonna read a famous poem. I don't know who. I could imagine some Neruda. I could imagine some Plath. I don't know. Not sure. Until then, keep making art you love. And thanks for watching.